Garuda said, "O Lord of the Holy Ones, tell me about the 11th-day Rite also, and, O ruler of the universe, explain the ceremony of the dedication of the bull." The blessed Lord said, "In the early morning on the 11th day one should go to a water reservoir, and perform diligently all the funeral ceremonies. He should invite Brahmins, well read in Vedas and Shastras, and bowing their heads, with hands folded together, pray for the release of the departed. Even a preceptor should become purified by bathing, and performing the sandhya and other ceremonies. One should do the 11th day ceremony, as prescribed. One should perform the 10th day Shraddha in the family name, without mantras, and on the 11th day, offer a rice ball to the departed, with mantras. One should make a golden image of Vishnu, a silver one of Brahma, a copper one of Rudra, and an iron one of Yama, O bird. To the west there should be a pot filled with Ganges water for Vishnu, and upon it one should place Vishnu, clad in yellow robes. To the east there should be a pot of milk and water for Brahma, and there one should place Brahma, clad in white robes. To the north there should be a pot of honey and clarified butter for Rudra, and there one should place Rudra, clad in red robes. To the south there should be a pot of rainwater for Yama, and upon it one should place Yama, clad in black robes. The sun, having made a circle in the middle, and placed therein kusa grass, facing southward, with the sacred thread over the right shoulder one, should make the water offering. He should make water offering, with Vedic mantras, to Vishnu, to the Creator, to Shiva and to Justice, perform the offering to the fire and then the 11th day Shraddha, and he should next make a gift of a cow for the helping along of his forefathers. This cow is given by me. May it please thee, O Madhava. His clothes, his ornaments, his conveyances, these, which he has used, a brass vessel filled with clarified butter, the 7 grains which he liked, sesamum and the rest, the 8 great gifts. If one does not offer these in his last days, they should be brought to his bedside and he should have them given. Having washed the feet of a Brahmin he should honor him with cloths and other things, and give him cooked food, sweetmeats, flour cakes and milk. Then the son should place upon the bed a golden image, and having worshipped it, give the bed as prescribed, for the sake of the dead. This bed is given by me to you, O Brahmin, for the sake of the departed, with the image of the departed, and the other things. With these words it should be given to a Brahmin preceptor who has a family, so going round him he should salute him and present it. By this gift of the bed, in Shraddhas of the 9th and other days, and by the rite of the dedication of a bull, the departed goes to the highest condition. On the 11th day the rite of the dedication of a bull should be performed as prescribed. He should not use a cow which is crippled, ill or too young, but one having well-marked characteristics. That which has red eyes, a reddish color, red horns, neck and hoofs, white belly and black back is suitable for a Brahmin. A glossy and red complexion is suitable for a Kshatriya, yellow color for a Vaisya, black is suitable for a Sudra. One with all limbs red-brown, with tail and feet white, is called a reddish bull, and increases the satisfaction of the forefathers. The bull whose face, legs and tail are white, and which is the color of black dye is called dark. That which has a red color, with white face and tail, and brown hoofs and horns is called dark colored. That which has one color over all its limbs and tail and hoofs is called dark brown, and is the uplifter of the ancestors. That which is dove-colored and has a tilaka mark 1 on its forehead is called deep brown, and is entirely beautiful in all its limbs. That which is dark over all its body, and red in its eyes, is called very dark, of which 5 varieties are known. This should by all means be dedicated, and should not be used for domestic purposes. It exists in the world on this account, so runs an ancient saying. One should desire for many sons, of whom one perchance may go to Gaya, or marry a virgin Gauri or dedicate a dark bull. He alone should be considered a son who performs the dedication of a bull and the Gaya Shraddha. Who does not do so verily is like unto excrement. Anyone whose ancestors are tormented in Raurva and other hells helps them all out for 21 generations by the dedication of a bull. Even the forefathers who have gone to heaven desire the dedication of a bull, which son in our lineage will perform the dedication of a bull. By whose dedication, all of us will go to the highest condition? Among all sacrifices, the bull sacrifice is the certain giver of release to us. Therefore, for the release of the forefathers, one should perform the bull sacrifice. He should do everything with diligence according to the prescribed rite. Having cast the positions of the planets and worshipped them with their respective mantras, the ailing man should make the fire offering, according to the Shastras, and worship a bull. Having brought together a young bull and cow, he should bind them together with a marriage string in accordance with marriage rites, and then tether them to a post. And should bathe the bull and young cow with the water from the pot of Rudra, and, having worshipped them with fragrances and garlands, walk round them. He should mark the right side with the trident of Shiva and the left side with a discus. Having released the bull, the son, with hands folded together, should recite this mantra. Thou art justice in the form of a bull. Thou wert formerly created by Brahma. On account of your being released, help over this ocean of existence. Having thus bowed to it, with this mantra, he should release the bull and the young cow. I shall always be the grantor of boons to you, and will give release to the departed. Therefore this should be done. Its fruit comes even during life. The man who is no son, doing it himself, goes easily to the highest condition. In the month of Kartika 1 and in other auspicious months, when the sun is going north, in the bright fortnight, or the dark on the 12th and following days. In the 2 eclipses, at a sacred bathing place, at the equinoctial and solstitial points, one should perform the dedication of a bull. At the hour when the sun enters an auspicious constellation, and in a pure place, a Brahmin who knows the rites and has the auspicious sign should be invited. By recitation, by fire offerings, likewise by gifts, the purification of the body should be done. As in the former case, all the rites should be done, such as the fire offering and the rest. And having placed a salagrama, one should do the Vaisnava Shraddha, and then perform the Shraddha for himself and give gifts to the twice-born. He who does this, O bird, whether having a son or not, by the performance of the dedication of a bull obtains the fruit of all his desires. That condition which is obtained by the performance of the release of a bull, is not reached by oblations to the fire and other sacrifices, nor by manifold gifts. The sins which are committed in infancy, in childhood, in youth, in manhood and in old age are destroyed, without doubt, by the dedication of a bull. The betrayer of friends, the ungrateful, the drinker of intoxicants, he who goes with his teacher's wife, the slayer of a Brahmin, the stealer of gold are all absolved by the dedication of a bull. Therefore should one perform the bull sacrifice with all diligence. O Tartya, there is no merit in all the 3 worlds equal to that from the dedication of a bull. If a woman, having a husband and a son, predeceases both, the dedication of a bull should not be performed. One should present a milk-giving cow. He who burdens a bull on the shoulder or on the back, falls into a dreadful hell, O bird, until the coming of the deluge. The man who cruelly strikes a bull with his fists or with sticks, suffers the torments of Yama until the end of the age. Having thus carried out the dedication of a bull, one should perform the 16 Shraddhas. I will tell you what should be done prior to Purana ceremony. That at the place of death, at the threshold, halfway on the road, at the funeral pyre, in the hand of the corpse, and at the collection of the bones, these 6, and the 10 pindas given in the 10 days. These first 16 are called impure. And next I will tell you about the second, the middle, 16. One should offer the first rice ball to Vishnu, the second to the blessed Shiva, one should present the third to the retinue of Yama, the fourth to King Soma, the fifth to the bearer of oblations to the Shining Ones, and the 6th to the bearer of oblations to the forefather, the 7th one should present to death. The 8th one should give to Rudra, 1 the 9th to Purusa, 2 the 10th to the departed, and the 11th reverently to Vishnu. The 12th one should give to Brahma, the 13th to Vishnu, the 14th to Shiva, the 15th to Yama. The 16th rice ball, O bird, one should give to Purusa. These are called the middle 16 by men who know the truth. One should give rice balls in each one of the 12 months, on the fortnight, the 3rd fortnight, before the 6 months, and also before the year. This is the last 16, I have declared to you. Having had food cooked, O Tartya. The 48 Shraddhas destroy the condition of the ghost life. He for whom this series is performed becomes a member of the assembly of the forefathers. The 316 should be performed so that the departed may join the assembly of the forefathers. If deprived of Shraddhas, the ghost remains as preta always. If the performance of the 316s of Shraddhas is not carried out, either by himself or another, then he certainly does not join them. Therefore the 316 should be performed by the son, as prescribed, or if the wife does them for the husband there is uninterrupted prosperity. She who does the funeral ceremonies on the death of her husband, and the annual and the fortnightly is called by me, the faithful. This faithful wife lives for the good of her husband, the life is fruitful of her who worships her dead lord. Also, for anyone who, owing to carelessness, is killed by fire, or by water, one should perform the sacrament and other rites as prescribed. If he is killed through recklessness or willfully, or by a serpent, then we should worship a serpent on the 5th day of each fortnight. One should form a picture of a hooded serpent upon the ground with rice powder, and worship with white sweet-smelling flowers and sandal paste. One should offer a serpent incenses and lights, much true rice and sesame, and should dedicate uncooked rice flour, eatables and milk. One should offer a serpent made of gold, according to his means, and a cow, to a twiceborn. Then one should, with hands together may the king of serpents be pleased, and should further perform for them the rite Narayana Bali, by which they are absolved of all sins and obtain residence in heaven. Thus, having done all the rites, one should give every day a jar with food and water until the end of the year, or rice balls with water regularly. Having done this on the 11th day he should then offer the rice balls for all the ancestors, and when free from pollution he should have made a gift of a bed and other gifts.